I assure you that when I left from home, the streets were dry. It's wet everywhere. It's standing water in the boat. It's not good. There are a huge amount of water in here. This is probably not the correct angle. Filler and sanding and filler and sanding. Oh. We're back in the yard again. Another great day. A little bit more wind. That's excellent because it's very hot. It is about 24 degrees Celsius, which should translate for us Norwegian to very, very hot. And for the polyester to translate to almost too hot to use. Unless you want it to dry really, really, really fast. Yesterday I had about 4 or 5 minutes of working time with the filler, and today it's no better. Let's go to the boat and have a look. This boat is for sale. I might have mentioned that before. It's a 32 foot Pedro. It's Dutch, $2,500. Seems that the boat is completely or more or less covered with rust holes, and that's a bad thing when it's a steel boat. It was out of offer zinc anodes, and that means that the seawater is attacking the actual hull, and it seems that there are damages. I'm not totally clear of how much damage there really are, but the rumors in the harbor says that it's quite a lot. Anywho, watch your steel boat. Always, no matter which boat, watch the offer anodes. And if you get anodes that are really good because they last a long time, then they are really bad. Offer anodes should work by the fact that it's actually disappearing. It's eaten by the seawater. If it isn't eaten, then there's something wrong with it. Here we can see the result of one of the portholes and the patch being sort of completely filled, and this needs to be sanded. But let's have a look at a few of the others. On this one there is still more work to be done. There is filler lacking here and also in this area, and I think it will be better to do the complete filling and then start sanding. Because if I start sanding now, dust will accumulate and I have to clean it again and everything. Forward here, this area is the same status. This is just the patch, of course. It needs to be covered with filler, and this porthole is half done. So there is a lot of more filler needed to be filled in, sort of. Basically the same on the other side, but this forward porthole is a little bit filler to do, not much. And same on this side. And here, of course. Let's mix some filler. This is maybe some of the worst work. That it's not as bad as sanding inside the hull during winter when it is raining, snowing with fiberglass. But it's still a hassle. Could be more fun. But okay, it's still a boat and we need to complete it. And the only way to do that is to get a momentum on the work. I'm waiting on the gas mask and see if I need it. It's quite good ventilation today, so let's hope it is okay. I'm measuring this only for what I think. No weight, no really, I don't know. Is that 2%? I hope so. My old father used to tell me when I was a kid that when they were kids, then they had stones as mattress. And when the stones had been crushed to sand, they removed the sand and had new stones. It was a way to tell his son, me, that he was a tough guy. And he was. And I liked it as a kid. As an adult too. Oh. All right, let's make the last mix of today. Back in the harbor again, and it's still hot, which is amazing. We will continue with working with the portholes. It's absolutely necessary to prioritize weather in these kind of areas. I can't do the diesel tank inside when it's nice weather outside. I have to use the opportunity to do polyester work when it's dry, and also temperature for that use. So sorry for jumping around, not completing tasks, but this is a multiple setup needed, as weather determines everything around here, I guess. Let's go and look what we did yesterday. So we can see it's quite a smoother surface now, and the circle is more perfect, but it's not perfect. I brought this to sort of measure how it is. This is a curved wall, but it seems to me that the low parts are in this middle and here, around here. That's no surprise. I will do that check on all the windows, and then I will just sand lightly on these areas that are not reached by the sanding machine, just to make a scratched surface, and then clean, and we'll add another layer, I guess. Yes. My conclusion is that I need to grind sand a little bit more off all of them. But it's not bad. It's actually way better than I was hoping for. And I was hoping for the best. It doesn't mean it's good. It's just that my expectations were quite low. Right, let's go ahead. I'm done sanding, and also I'm done hand sanding the deeps where the machine sander cannot reach. It's important to, in order to have the filler have something to grip onto, you need to rub the surface. Not much, it's really not much at all. It's just a little bit. Now it's time to degrease the surface again. Then after that, it's time to get some more putty on. Right, lots of work on a hot day. I'm really sort of not exhausted, but I'm a hot day exhausted, if you understand that. Those of you living in more heated areas, no, hot areas will obviously not understand that I'm beginning to get weak just at 22, 23 degrees Celsius, but we are Nordics, Vikings. We are meant to have it cold. By the way, this is beer, but it's non-alcoholic. We're back in the harbor again, and this is the final day of sun for a while. That is, it's actually also tomorrow, but later today my wife has decided we are going to the cabin up in the mountains. Also, a good thing about that is that it's time to do the tax report for the authorities. That's once a year, reporting your earnings and your ownings and whatever. And it's always a nightmare for me to do that, so it must be delivered within the end of May. So let's just get it done. But the consequence is that on Saturday, that's 2 days from now, it will start raining. And that will continue as long as they report the weather forecast. So then it may be a break in the outside work and continue inside the boat. So that's how it is around here. Those moving things down there are called fish. It's a good thing we have them. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the video so far, and are you ready to leave a like? There is always the possibility to subscribe, and if you like our channel so much that you wish to support it, then you can become a member. And we have some extra material for the members as well. The status of today before starting is that I have sanded all the patches, and as you can see there are small bits and pieces, imperfections that need filler, and for that I will use a polyester based fine filler. I've used so far the polyester based filler with glass fiber, very small fibers, you know, very strong. Now I will use the fine filler, which only contains, I guess, sand for filler, and it's less strong, but it's also less hard when I'm sanding it, because this was a nightmare to sand. I spent hours and hours and hours yesterday. I haven't filmed it because it's really darn boring to watch, because it's darn boring to do so. But I'm happy with the progress that has been made so far during the first stage of nice weather up here in the north. So let's use this day and see what happens next. Starting by sanding the imperfections. It's not a big thing, it's just a few scratches here and there that can make a big difference. I'm not going to overdo this because this is an old boat. It's not excellent in its appearance. I used to say it looks great from far away, but far away from great. Filler and sanding and filler and sanding. Oh. Can you see that and that? That's rain. It's not reported rain yet. It's 24, 27 hours or something like that until that, but I just have to crack on. Hopefully it will dry. It's good wind, so it should dry out. Now it's time to gel coat, actually top coat, what I have sanded to protect it from sun. Also, the top coat is quite thick, so it will be excellent for covering those small scratches from the sander. So yeah, let's go ahead. I will now mix the top coat. Sarah tells me that I have a tendency of stopping in the middle of a sentence. Or was it Sarah tells me I have a tendency to continue my work and forget what I was talking about. Now this is 400 milliliters. 100 will give 1 milliliter times 2, that's 2. 400 would give 8 milliliters. That's quite a lot. That's 800. No, it's 8 milliliter. Should be it. Starting on the inside, fast. We're back in the harbour, but which harbour is it? It is Yellowstone, and we are here with my friend Laffen. And what is the problem, Laffen?
Getting the propeller off.
Oh, the propeller is stuck. It's this one, and we need to get it off. So how will we do that?
Ask you.
I'm trying to look at the case now. Let's have a look. Right.
So, coming.
It's a very good start. We are getting the first nut off. So you might ask, are you nuts? I love to have others work while I watch.
Men går propell av nå? Ja, det gjør den. Så den kan vi i hvert fall ta vekk.
So we are now forcing these bolts, and then it should theoretically be possible to unscrew this. Very easy. Very hard work. It's very challenging to help my friend.
Oops. Det var ikke så.
Jag kör med så att jag säger stäm på den här så snurrar runt där.
Ja, sånn. Ja.
Det er poenget.
Den er tom. Kanskje den er tom.
Det är alltid så skummelt ut detta.
All right, problem is done. We can go to the yard. Excellent. We're back in the harbour again, and I assure you that when I left from home, the streets were dry. And I'm here now to patch up the windows with this sort of plastic foam, just to make them watertight, temporary, so we'll have no ingress of water in the boat. And I will tape to make it watertight, but I mean, it's raining. Why? It has been a little bit on and off raining yesterday, but today it has been dry until now. But let's take a trip on board the boat and let's have a look, and then we can decide what to do. We'll leave this in the car for now. This boat has now been sold, and as we can see, the new owner has apparently already put a lot of work into it. That's very good. I like that. We can see that the gel coat, top coat, has been curing well. That's good. And let's go inside and have a look too. The gel coat has been curing very well. This is very satisfactory. Satisfying. Yeah, but still wet. It's wet everywhere. It's standing water in the boat. It's not good. It has stopped raining, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't stop raining. I have to go and find some kind of canvas. Something to put over parts of the boat to protect water ingress through the open portholes. Then I need to go to the Colvik Watson and pick up the dehumidifier, because now the boat is all wet inside here. Hopefully not the case with the other one.
Back in the harbor again. Everything is just as normal as it is raining, and it's about 12 or 13 degrees. Don't worry. Yesterday I got some patches on the outside of the windows. I didn't film that because it's just cutting up plastic and taping it to the outside. I had to use a heat gun to sort of dry out while it was raining, but that worked. It's okay. So now I have had a dehumidifier to dry the boat inside. Obviously there came a lot of water. Let's have a look inside.
It's now dry down here. That's good. It's not completely dry in the front here, but it's almost dried out. However, when opening the front hatch, I found a problem. Let's see. There are a huge amount of water in here, and that tells me just how much it has been raining while we were at the cabin in the mountains. Very unfortunate, but I'll just have to pump it away, and I will do that now. Here is the dehumidifier doing a great job. So I guess I'll start this fan without heat, just to circulate air into this room. I'm not sure if it can be placed like this, but I will try. I will certainly try. Oh, sorry. At least the fan is working, and that's all we ask of it. I'm ready to start the template building. The last wall, structural member, to sort of like mark the front end of the bed, and also to steer the anchor chain down into the ankle locker. I have the glue gun, but I forgot the jigsaw. That's great. I was sure the cable jigsaw was in the boat. It isn't. It's in the yellow hose, so yeah. This is not bad at all, actually. Yeah. Let's glue it. This is probably not the correct angle. Oh, I can hear the rain has arrived too. Oh! Out of battery. How did that happen? There's always something. These batteries are getting old, so yeah. Very good. New battery has arrived. Not new, but fully charged. Holy. Ah, there is slightly curvature in the deck structure. That's a good thing. Yeah. Let's have a look. It's okay. Not perfect, but okay. Yeah. That'll work. Haha. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's good enough. When I'm lowering the anchor chain, it will go down into this anchor locker, but when will it stop by pushing itself upward? That might be quite early, and the rest of the chain will be up here. And that's really not desirable. So, I might have to do a combination of an opening for a possibility to adjust if everything turns like it shouldn't be. And I could also like making a half tube to connect with it up here through the wall and out here a bit, and then drop down. Then it will store a lot more chain. But on the other hand, that might interfere when it's supposed to drop the anchor. So a very, very awkward situation. I have to think it through. Maybe I can glue sort of like a bulb in this area, sort of like getting it over the bulb and then down in a much steeper angle. But really in this area it should be space for about 50 meters, but then I might compromise the bed. I will have to take a look at that. All right, let's see. Number one. Yes. Can we get it out of here in one piece? Oh yes, it's just possible. That's good. Yes. This is all we had time for today in this video. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like and also to subscribe to get more of this content. There is always a possibility, if you wish to support this channel financially, to become a member. I wish to thank our members of this channel for supporting us. And until the next video, have a great life.